Hey, Talk Steer, Luke here. In today's video I want to check out this. This is black pearl trim and tyre armour. Now, this is a tyre dressing that's meant to last for up to 6 months. Hit that subscribe button and bell notification icon to be alerted of all future videos. So first I want to give a big shout out to Tom down at Black Pearl who sent these out to me about 6 months ago. He sent me the matte version and the gloss version. I'm going to be showing you both of these and the difference in the appearance. But thank you for being so patient, Tom, and thanks for supplying me so much information about these products. But without further ado, finally here is the review on this product. Now this differs to standard tyre dressings in the sense that it's not silicone based, it doesn't make the tyre wet. It actually paints the tyre or coats it. And what you find is when you apply it in the roller tray that they give you to stick on the tyre with, that this thing comes out dark, it's almost black, it's not see-through, and when it dries up, it actually dries into a film, it's stretchy, and it's almost like a rubberized paint, a bit like Plasti Dip. Now I'm not going to lie, this thing is quite expensive, and it's a bit of a faff to stick onto the tyres, but I really hate applying tyre dressings on every single maintenance wash. So if this saves the time every time I apply it, so let's say over 6 months, about 15 washes, it will easily pay for itself time wise and probably should pay for itself in the long run in terms of the actual physical cost of the product itself. Now this comes in about £25 with the roller tray for a little bottle of 120 millilitres, which sounds very expensive, but bear in mind if you get 6 months use, it's going to last quite a long time. And a little bit truly goes a long way. I found when stuck in the roller tray that you apply it with, about 6 to 8 drops is enough to do a coating on a tyre. Typically I'd like to do 2 to 3 coatings on a tyre because you have to build it up like paint. You notice the first time you go over, it kind of is a little bit patchy, and then the second time it fills in more, and then the third time I got a really nice complete even coverage on the car. Typically what you find is you use these rollers as supplied to you, and when you first stick them on you do need to use a little bit more product because the roller soaks them up. Once it's wet you need very little, and for the second and third coats. In terms of quantity used, well, I've tried this on a few things now. I've applied it to all 4 tyres on the Mustang, all 4 tyres on the A4, the mud flaps on the A4, and also the engine bay on the A3, and I've done multiple coats. Both of these bottles are at least 2/3 full. Black Pearl's site says that you're going to get at least 2 full sets of tyres done with 2 coats on each one. I think you get a lot longer as the small bottles. They do larger quantities if you want them. I'll leave all the links in the description below, and I'll put some prices up here for you, both to US and UK buyers if you want to buy them. They do larger quantities, they even do gallon versions which are like £300, but if you're commercial it's nice to know that they can supply big versions for you if you want it. The thing you've got to make sure when you're doing this is that the tyre is prepped to be the cleanest it possibly is. This has to stick to the tyre. So just like painting a panel on the car, you need to make sure there's no grease on there, there's no dirt, otherwise it's going to come off. So budget about 30 minutes per tyre to clean this properly and apply the dressing, which sounds like a lot of time, I know, but it's worth it again if you're not having to spend 10 to 15 minutes to do all the tyres every time you wash your car. Now to clean the tyres, I used a very hard brush to get into the tyres and scrub them, and also used APC, just pretty much neat. I just went over the tyres, hit the brush as well, scrubbed it, and the foam that's brought up, you're going to see, is not going to be white to begin with, it's actually going to be a grey or brown. Of course that's dirt being lifted from the tyre, so you want to wash that off again, do a second time, you'll probably still find there's dirt there the second time, wash it off again, and then it was only on the third pass with this APC, using lots of it, that I found that the foam came up completely clean. Now at that stage you're going to think your tyre is clean. Trust me, it's not. Now they supplied another product called OmniClean, which is stronger than an APC, and I thought it's not going to make much difference. Boy was I wrong. When I applied that to the tyre of the car, it came up brown again straight away, and I had to do another 3 passes on the front tyres of my car. Bear in mind it is a daily driver and the tyres are fairly old, so there's probably a lot of dirt in there, but I did have to do in total 6 cleaning passes between the APC and the OmniClean to get that tyre where it was completely clean, where you rubbed a rag over it and nothing came off. At that stage it's really easy to apply the tyre dressing. It's just put about 6 drops or so into the tray and roll it on, almost like you're painting a wall with a roller. It's also worth noting as well, this can be stuck into a spray gun if you want, and you can spray it onto the tyres. That is actually the recommended way to get the best shine and the best life out of the products, but I know for most of us the roller method is going to be the preferred method because it's just easier and you're not going to need a compressor or any of that type of stuff. Now, what I found was the matte version of it was almost like, it was very subtle. Actually, both of them were very subtle in terms of the appearance. But the matte one just looks like a very clean new tyre. So it gave just a very fresh look to the car. With the gloss one, it's normally not something I'm a fan of. I don't normally like gloss dressings on cars because they look a bit greasy and look a bit tacky. But this one just looked like the tyre was naturally wet, and it just looked really, really nice on the car. It was actually my favourite out of the two. And I found it still looked classy, especially when the car was clean and was polished and there was a lot of reflection in the paint. To have that bit more of a shine on the tyres really matched the paintwork of the car really well. Of course, this is also meant to be used on trims and rubbers, which when used in them applications, it doesn't last for 6 months, it's meant to last for years, because obviously the tyres take the most abuse, they move, they stretch, they expand, and obviously they're in constant contact with the road. Firstly, I decided to apply this on the mud flaps on my A4. Now these are 14-year-old mud flaps. They've been exposed to UV rays day in, day out, and as a result they were no longer black, they were light grey. I applied this over about 4 to 5 dressings because it went on patchy at first, but after about 4 to 5 dressings it went completely one colour and they look like brand new again. I also decided to apply some to the engine bay on the A3. That came up very nice and very shiny as well. So I will give you feedback on them of how they perform. In fact, the entire product I will do a follow-up video in hopefully 6 months showing you how the products performed. One thing I didn't like about the products was part of the packaging. I mean, it could look a bit more professional, and it doesn't really tell you which one's the gloss one and which one's the matte one. They've just literally stuck a little a yellow dot on them. So, you know, it'd be nice if you could do 2 labels. But I have been informed that some of the packaging has been updated, so maybe they've changed that at the moment. They've also released a clear version of it now and a grey version for different trims. The clear one's great if you've got like white lettering on the tyres, so you can go over that and it's not going to discolour them. The downside is it's probably not going to be as dark on the black parts of the car. Anyway, with the light going now, let me do a conclusion in here of what I think of this product. Well, the first impressions of this product are fantastic. It did seem to live up to expectations so far. On the appearance side of stuff, the car looks great. Now, of course, this is going to mean nothing really if the life's bad, but going by what other YouTubers have said so far on here, they've actually got the life expectancy out of this product once it's been applied properly to the car. So, of course, I will do that follow-up video for you in a few months when it comes down to it, and fingers crossed this is going to live up to the expectancy for me as well. If that's the case, this will probably be my go-to tyre dressing and trim dressing from now on. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, maybe consider hitting that bell notification icon and subscribe button so you know when the future video comes out. Until next time, take care and see you soon.